I'll say that it has a 14.99% interest rate. It's got a $5,000 balance, and my minimum payment is $75 a month. You can see as I filled this information in that I got several pie charts pop up. First one tells me what percentage of my total debt this is. The next one tells me what percentage of my cash outflow it is. And the third one tells me how much of my income it is. Well, let's see. I've got another card. I've got a Visa. We'll make that one due on the last day of the month. We'll give that a 17.99% interest rate. We'll say that that one has a $3,400 balance, and it has a minimum payment of $45 a month. I also went to college, so this is going to be a big one. I'll say my student loan, which is going to be due every month on the 1st. It's going to have a fairly low interest rate, but a pretty high balance. We'll say $15,000 and a minimum payment of $150. As you can see here, that is the lion's share of my debt. And I've also still got a car loan hanging around. We'll make that due on the 25th. Sounds like a good enough day. Give it a 3.99% interest rate. Sounds about right. $7,000 balance. And we'll give it a minimum payment of $200 a month. Now, in terms of minimum information to type in, you're done. This is all you need to start running something. And to do that, we're going to go over to the scenario screen. Hopefully this is actually going to work, and my apologies if it doesn't. I sort of made those numbers up as I was going along. What we're going to want to do is we're going to choose the minimum fee only plan. That says, okay, we're going to run this, and all we're going to do is send the bank the minimum amount that they request. This is the least we need to do to fulfill our debt obligations. And as you can see, it's chugging along and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. We're up to 2015. We're halfway through the year now. It's still running along, still thinking, trying to get these debts paid off. Still working, still working, still working. And this is the thing that the banks don't really want you to pay attention to when it comes to debt management. They don't want you to think about how long it's going to take you to get out of debt paying the minimum payments. They don't want you to think about the fact that sometimes you can't get out of debt paying the minimum payments if the interest rates are climbing too high, if things are being too difficult. Now let's see how this is doing. This is actually, I'm stopping the report. I ran it until 2025, so I let this run for 16 years. This tells me here that, well, in this case, my Visa card was accruing more interest than I was paying, so it's never actually going to get paid off. But it said that I paid a total of $23,000, in debt, $23,426.66 in debt to be exact, and it was still going up. I hadn't paid it off yet. I was still accumulating, money and wasting time, wasting money, and that's what they want you to do. But instead, Debtinator lets you figure out different strategies. We've got about 20 different plans that you can try, and I'm going to use the highest interest plan because it tends to be the best. What this is going to do is it's going to look at your situation. It's going to say, okay, how much money do you have that you haven't allocated? You've got your income coming in. I make $2,000 every other week, and then I've got my expenses and debts. But my expenses and debts don't total my income. There's a little bit of money left over. And that's the thing that Debtinator is going to use. That's that extra money that at the end of the month we all say, oh, hey, free money. I'm going to order a pizza. And what we need to remember is there's no such thing as free money. That's your money. It's just money that you haven't budgeted for anything. And since you haven't budgeted it for anything, you're not going to miss it. You've already got your entertainment fund. You're already buying your video games. You're already buying your pizza. You're getting the things that you want out of life. This is just spare money that's sitting off to the side that you didn't even realize you had. So Debtinator is going to find that for you, and it's going to use that to pay down your debts. And here's what happens. We're going to set the highest interest payment plan. Oh, and now, again, remember, running for the minimum fees, I ran it until 2025 and had paid a total of $23,000 in interest before I got bored and stopped. Now, when I run the highest interest payment plan, something different is going to happen. This is still thinking and chugging, and you can, it's moving along. It's up to 2011 right now. It's going to 2012. Still thinking 2013, and it's done. And there's the trick to using Debtinator. This finished immediately. It paid off everything in 4 years and only spent $2,700 in interest. So not only are you debt free in 4 years instead of 20 or 30 or more, but you're only paying $2,700 in interest as opposed to 26,000 that you'd be doing otherwise. That's $24,000 that you now get to keep in your pocket. That's 13, 14, 20 years of your life that you get back that you're not worrying about paying debts. And that's what Debtinator does for you. It analyzes your situation and figures out how it can restructure what you're doing within your parameters to get your debts paid off more quickly. That's it for this quick start tutorial. That should be enough to get you going. Please take a look at the other videos. They'll give you more in-depth information about what the various options are and what the various screens are doing. Thank you.